hello space fairies, and land mermaids. Without wanting to get too deep, I'm pretty sure most of us have scars. Some of our scars might have good stories, some of them might have bad stories, or quite a few, like most of mine, might just have no real story at all. But if I was gonna talk about those ones, this would be a much shorter video. My very first scar, at least as far as I've been told, happened when I was still young enough to be wheeled around in a pushchair. One day, my family and I were out and about in Canterbury, which is one of those extremely British places where everyone is so impressed by the history that they all decide to never update anything, including the roads. So, as we were travelling down one of these delightfully quaint, historical, extremely bumpy roads, my pushchair wheel hit a cobble and I went flying face first into a different cobble. I only know this story secondhand because I have no memory of it whatsoever. What I do have, however, is a tiny moon-shaped scar in the middle of my forehead nearly 3 decades later from when I was attacked by and subsequently face-planted history itself. The second scar. I don't remember how I got the second scar either, but this one happened when I was a grown adult, so there's really no excuse, but here's how this one goes. It presumably all started at a house party at university, where I think we were celebrating the wrap of a film shoot, but it could have also been a birthday party. Either way, I was anxious to be there as I only knew a handful of people, so in my youthful wisdom, I decided to calm my nerves by getting drunk on whatever happens to be on sale at the local spa because I was a broke student. Unfortunately, the thing that did happen to be the cheapest thing at the local spa was a 1.5 litre bottle of sherry. I think I had a great night, but my memories literally jump cut from me drinking in the kitchen to me waking up in my own bunk bed 4 doors down with this fresh wound on my arm. It remains a mystery to this day, but my best guess so far is I burned myself on hair straighteners. But if that is true, then the new mystery is why I failed so spectacularly at that, but was still so successful at climbing into a bunk bed. And this brings us to my third and final scar. It's not my actual final scar, but it's the final scar worth mentioning. When I was younger and still lived with my family, we used to live in a nice blue house right beside a lake. And one summer, my parents and younger siblings needed to go abroad, and so I'm trusted to just stay and look after the house for a couple of days. I immediately invite my friend over for a slumber party, and she invites her cousin, and he invites his best friend, and now guess what? There are 4 of us running amok in my family lake house. And once again, in our youthful wisdom, we decide to load up some water guns and go down to the lakefront for a battle. Boys versus girls. It lasts hours and there are no rules until later on in the day when we decide it's time to call it quits, and so to determine a winner, we say that from now on, if you get hit, you're out. So things get instantly way more intense, and now there's strategy. But then my friend gets her cousin, but then the cousin's best friend gets her, and it's just me and him now. But he manages to corner me by a thorn bush, and now there's no escape. So there I am, about to lose, trapped between a water gun and a thicket of thorns, and I realise I can still win this. I choose thorns. Yep, I threw myself backwards into a thorny thicket and immediately tore my knee open, leaving me with a permanent scar, so I could win a water fight. Well, kids will be kids, I hear you say, and yeah, you know what, you would be right. Oh, did I mention we were all in our 20s? Yeah, we're idiots. But now I have a beautiful pain tattoo of that one very good summer at the lake house, and one of the mystery university party, and one of the Canterbury Tales, I guess. But like I said, not every scar has a good story, but I guess on the flip side, not every scar has a bad story either. Sometimes scars are just scars because we lived once and then we carried on living.